इसलिए मैं अपनी बात करूंगा कि लास्ट ओवर में एक दो बॉल जो थे वो मैं अच्छे तरीके से एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर सका।
आपका अपना बॉलिंग प्लान क्या था? आपने कहा लाहौर की कंडीशंस कराची से डिफरेंट है, तो लेंथ वाइज किस तरह से चेंजेस या एडजस्ट?
मेरे ख्याल में लाहौर में थोड़ा सा जो लेंथ है वो कराची से ज़्यादा आपको थोड़ा पीछे रखना पड़ेगा। यहाँ पे 8 मीटर वाली जो लेंथ है वो गुड लेंथ है, हालांकि वो फॉकई जो है वो उसको शॉर्ट लेंथ बता रहा है, लेकिन वो गुड लेंथ है लाहौर में। और कराची में जो इससे थोड़ी आगे लेंथ है वो गुड लेंथ है, तो ये थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस था लाहौर और कराची में।
अच्छा, ओवरऑल क्या कहेंगे टारगेट के बारे में? आपके जिन्होंने देखा है कि शुरुआत अच्छी हुई थी, लेकिन उसके बाद अभी भी बिलीव है, हमने देखा हैदराबाद का कॉन्फिडेंस आफ्टर दैट विन जो पिछला मैच जीते हैं उसके बाद काफी हाई।
देखिए लाहौर में 18 ओवर मेरे ख्याल में हमें ज़्यादा मुश्किल तो नहीं होगी इंशाल्लाह, लेकिन अच्छा स्टार्ट जो टीम पावर प्ले में अच्छा खेल रही है वो मैचेस लाहौर में जीत रही है, बिकॉज लाहौर में पावर प्ले इज वेरी क्रूशियल।
ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच Mohammad Ali and all the best for this one.
Thank you very much.
Mohammad Ali, just talking about the conditions here and saying how he's had to adjust his conditions when you compare it to Karachi, he's had to bring his length back. Overall, also spoke about the fact that their confidence is really high, courtesy that win that they had previously, and looking forward to this target, and he thinks that that power play at the top is going to be extremely crucial for the batters.
Right, so that's the target there. 160 shouldn't be a tough gig, but Muhammad Ali there explaining how to get there. So power play is going to be critical to get to that target. It's going to be a massive run chase. Eliminator one holds a lot of surprise for all of us. Let's see how they go about it.
टेस्टेड स्टील ही तो है असली शॉट। इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दे। 20,000 रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
अगली बार अगर इस तरह की खीर बनाओ तो ज्यादा बनाना।
रिश्तों में खीर मिक्स, रिश्तों में लाए प्यार की मिठास।
Ministers, digital youth, out-education, जिद्दत, महारत, रोजगार और बाइख्तियार मुस्तकबिल के लिए पाकिस्तान का सबसे बड़ा यूथ प्लेटफॉर्म डाउनलोड नाउ।
नसीम बाहर आता है, इन ड्राइव खोलता है, नसीम अपनी ऑफर डालता है और ड्राइवर की तरफ से जबरदस्त मेगन ओवर एक शानदार राइड हासिल होती है। नसीम और वो एक चैंपियन की तरह राइड लेता है, अपनी मर्जी की राइड ले।
Grip service chassis, the figure chassis. Pakistan's global fighter. इस मट्टी की सब के सुल्तान सब जमीन की जान असल की शान।
Samsung Winners League where everyone wins. Galaxy S25 FE या A सीरीज खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। कुल अंदाजे के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
अगली बार अगर इस तरह की खीर बनाओ तो ज्यादा बनाना।
रिश्तों में खीर मिक्स, रिश्तों में लाए प्यार की मिठास। जब टेस्टेड नहीं ना वो आउट। इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दे। 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
Samsung Winners League where everyone wins. Galaxy S25 FE या A सीरीज खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। कुल अंदाजे के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
Grip service chassis, the figure chassis. Pakistan's global fighter. जिंदगी कर लेते 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैलेस संभाल लेगा।
Samsung Winners League, where everyone wins. Galaxy S25 FE या A सीरीज खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। कुरंदाजी के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
इस वक्त देखिए जमीन की जान, फसल की शान।
It is the eliminator. Whoever loses tonight is knocked out. Whoever wins goes through and faces Islamabad United. Hyderabad won the toss. They sent Multan into bat. They posted 159. Great blue. It was a superb bowling performance from Hyderabad for the most part.
Yeah, it certainly was. There's no doubt about that. And it was a bit of a miracle they got to 159 in the end, thanks to Shan Masood. So I still think they're 40 short. I think that the pitch is really good, but it was off the back of some fantastic fast bowling that really set the scene.
Your favourite player, Muhammad Ali, was doing what he does best, and that critical wicket of Steve Smith to begin with, that got them really on the nice track.
Yeah, well, the thing I liked about Muhammad Ali was that he really set the scene early, and this was the dismissal of Stephen Smith. Now, don't forget that he was dropped in the same over as well, so yeah, he just seemed like he had a real thought tonight of running in on a very good pitch and hitting the pitch really hard, and that's what he did. And the wicket that he got Stephen Smith out on, he went from about 140 k's to nearly 146 k's, and I think just a little bit of extra bounce got Stephen Smith plus a little bit of extra pace.
Starting up with the redemption story there, the drop catch and then takes it a few balls later. Akif Javed has been in and out of his team all season long, but he steps up when required, did so again tonight.
Yeah, no, he was good, and of course he just provides a bit of a variation as well with his left-handers, and he got a reasonable pace as well. I loved his seam as well. A couple of times we've got a real close-up of his seam, and it's nice and upright, and I thought as well it was a clear plan to run in, try and hit a hard length and just produce the mistakes from the batters, let them make the mistakes.
Hunad Shah, we've spoken a lot about him. He was the player of the match in the last game, 4 for 22. He was important today. They go to him and they need him in these sort of games.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, his great strength is not that he's tall, he's quite short, so well, nice and straight, stump to stump. He's that skiddy type of bowler, and he got the great breakthrough of Josh Gillick nice and early as well.
Shan Masood got them to that total that you speak of. You think it's still 40-odd runs short, but 69 not out. He's been superb this season, really stepped up in this form of the game that we're not really used to seeing from him. A strike rate of 150 today.
No, I thought he was brilliant today. He really does. I mean, at times during that innings, he would have thought this is hopeless. No one's hanging around with me. How do I go about it? And what he did early is he just hung in there, really, and then he really accelerated as it went on. There was one over against Glenn Maxwell. He hit back-to-back sixes over cover, and it's got them to at least something. They've got a fighting chance thanks to Shan Masood.
And you speak on Glenn Maxwell. We'll wait and see whether he does come back. He's been batting at 70. He's been limping a lot, and he spent the last little bit of that innings off the ground. So we'll wait and see how his knee pulls up. This pitch, though, we're standing right next to it, Bluey. Multan. They need to defend this total in order to keep their season alive. Tell me what you're seeing.
I'm seeing a belter. I really am. I mean, let's just come over and just have a look, because I've heard a couple of the commentators say, oh, it's really dry and it might not be, as true as what we think, but I can tell you, this is a beautiful surface. This is one of the pictures of the tournament for me. So I know that, they were bowled out for 159, but there's some great grass covering. The cracking is hardly any at all. Yes, it's dry, but what I saw, the evidence that I saw there was the ball was coming on nicely. The odd one turned a fraction, but it was when the ball really was slowed up. So, yeah, I think it's a belter. So there's no reason why Multan Sultans did not get 200. But they did get 159, so that's what they've got to deal with.
You could have a bat in hand out there, couldn't you? You're ready to go excited out here. Hyderabad batting. They've got openers, Mars, Sadakat and Marnus Labuschagne. Marnus Labuschagne coming off a couple of fives in a row, and then Simon Yube as well, averaging 15. So if Multan can maybe, get through their defences, they've got hope.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, they've got to take early wickets. That power play is really important. That's going to set the whole run chase up. So they've got some good players in form. Usman Khan's probably going to hold the key again today.
He's been absolutely brilliant. 180 in his last 3 knocks, Usman Khan. Wonderful form. Do not go anywhere because Hyderabad are hoping to keep this fairy tale run and going. Multan hoping to stay alive.
$159 for 9 then. Multan Sultans, they've got runs on the board, the same. So in a pressure game, you'll test your nerves even if it appears to be a paltry score and a target. Muhammad Ali once again stood out for his efforts, 2 for 34. He's got a strong shoulder, hit the deck hard, and so eventually got it right after a source of starting at 2 for Akif Javed. He's got pace, 145 plus. Multan once again amongst wickets. So that's the target at 160 from 120 balls. Required rate is exactly 8. And so if they get through the defense, the first 2-3 overs, or maybe have a good session in the power play, who knows? This 160 could become just a wee bit tough. Baz.
Yeah, I agree. When they runs on the board, at one stage they were 5 for 52, 6 for 85, 7 for 93. And then get to 160. That's quite an effort. Brilliant innings by Shah Masood in the end. But Multan Sultan must be taking over 2 quick wickets. In first 3 to 4 overs, they can actually put pressure on Hyderabad Kingswell.
Marnus Labuschagne. Of late has started to open the innings, and I think that's not a bad position for him. A bit like Babar Azam in style and execution, in the first 6 overs, you want to have a solid asset out there. And once he gets established, then he can demonstrate his power play exploits.
I thought it was big, but it took them 2 hours and 5 minutes to finish 20 overs. Went like I'm doing a one-day cricket. Randhawa with the new ball, slip in place. Sharda fast ball on the out. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, into the fence. They're off. Hyderabad Kingsman. Master Dakat.
Yeah, often the case when you're chasing a smallish tail is to try and get up to a flyer. But you feel like Sadakat, that's the only way he knows how to play, really, is just to really hit that attack button. Ooh, just a little bit shaky in. That's not bad, was it? It was an outswing at the start, and then that one looked like it might have swung back in.
Yeah, I think so far what we've seen of Master Dakat, don't give him length outside off stump. Just bring the ball back in. Back him in every time. Don't give him any room outside off stump. This is the better line and better length. Okay, was going down length, but he should finish middle. Start off middle, finish middle length.
Okay, Marnus Labuschagne on strike, the captain. Started the tournament batting at 3, sometimes 4. Now he's up to opening. There's that little bit of in-swing down the leg side, wide.
That's his natural swing. Into the right-hander and away to the left-hander. 6 runs already on the board. 4 balls to go up the first over. They need 160 to win to qualify.
See that crowd building up nicely now. work day here in Lahore, so not coming in after work. That's a nice shot from Marnus Labuschagne. Just a orthodox cricket shot.
Well, that's a proper shot of a proper red ball cricket batter. Just shot back to the back foot, look at the extras of the bat to create that gap between the back foot points. Yeah, beautiful. This is proper cricketing shot from Labuschagne, who's got very good technique, no doubt.
Yeah, well, we see some innovative shots in T20 cricket, but you still can't beat, for me anyway, those beautiful, classy shots that we just saw from Marnus Labuschagne. No problem here, Marnus Labuschagne. He's not happy with something close to the back of the side screen, maybe the lights coming on and off. So yeah, that total of 160, already they're 10 runs off 4 deliveries without really doing anything too special. I think it's a fantastic surface.
Multan must be taking 2 good wickets, especially in power play. That's the only way they can put pressure on Hyderabad.
Slipping place for Labuschagne. Here's that shot again. And just brought third man a little bit squarer. All right, Aussie. This is one of my favourites. The Osaka power run, fully charged like a fresh battery at 100%. That's not bad. Reasonable form.
They're not bad actually. I think you should be doing that in the next eliminator, I reckon. Will you be really good at it? Will you get an extra battery, take it back home?
I'm coming back from injury, wasn't I? With Achilles tendon.
I remember, yeah.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen a little hamstring strain or a quad strain, but so far so good. All right, there's the first over done. 11 without loss.
सब्सक्राइब कर दो फाइनल मैच वाले दिन भी लाइव आएंगे थैंक यू सब्सक्राइब
नसीम अपनी ऑफर डालता
सब्सक्राइब फॉर फाइनल मैच
नसीम और वो एक जगह
और आज ये बताओ कौन जीतेगा हैदराबाद या मुल्तान
टेस्टेड इसीलिए तो है
जल्दी से सब तुम लोग कमेंट करो कौन जीतेगा हैदराबाद या फिर मुल्तान मैच स्टार्ट
Two young bowlers playing the first PSL, taking a new ball for Multan. A very experienced Labuschagne, and of course Master Dakat, who's also a young talent, a lot of eyes on him.
Also, you must have been in similar situations where you're defending a low score, and as an opening bowler, do you go about it any differently?
You just have to think as a bowler, I need to get wickets. And with that, I have to risk it. Okay, I might get hit for a couple of boundaries here and there, but that's a risk you take as a bowler. You should be bowling slow variations because if you're going to take a wicket, seam up, maybe a bouncer, maybe in swing, maybe a yorker, but you're going to try different things. They might not work at times, but most of the time they work because you have a positive mindset.
Yeah, and everyone's on the same wavelength, of course. You know that he possibly hasn't got enough runs, so probably have a slightly more attacking fields. Just ease twist into the leg side, another couple to Marnus Labuschagne.
The point I was making, if you're going to get wickets and if you're defending a low total as a fast bowler, there's no point bowling a slow ball. Slow variation, unless the batter is really ready to hit you out of the park, that variation works. That was his first delivery. Let's have a look. I mean, it was wide and it wasn't pacey as well. It should be little full, but wide with little full, then that will go for a drive, give a slip in place for that particular shot inning. If he edge it, it'll go to the keeper or in the slip corner. So far, no trouble, no pace, 136, 137 km/h. Let's have a look at his action. He's not looking at the area where he's going to bowl. Now his head is still, that's a good sign. Yeah, he can use front arm bit more and he goes wide of the green. With this pace, without swing, he should be bowling close to the stumps. As you know, as a batter, it's more difficult to face bowler close to the stump away than the wide of the crease.
That last delivery was a cross seam. You can see there he's going to try and bowl possibly an outswinger. Seam up. And then taking wickets. I think if I was facing you out there, wasn't, I'd be thinking nose and toes. I'd be thinking you're either trying to hit me in the toes or straight in the middle of my nose.
I tried a couple of deliveries, yes, to a new batter, full Yorker. If that doesn't work, then the plan B is a short ball. And then of course the away swing as well. It depends what sort of pitch I'm bowling on, what sort of total we are defending as a team. Everything matters. You've got to go for wickets. You can't go for dot balls, even in this format.
Slashed through the offside. That is just about the perfect straight line.
Beautiful. Very true from Labuschagne. First boundary of the over. Let's have a look. By the shot, it was right on the up, easy pickings. Pepsi's stronger forward.
Well, that's just a great illustration. I know it was a bad delivery, but Marnus Labuschagne was just feasting on a delivery that no knew would come straight onto the bat. And got the treatment. Another wide one. Bonus for Hunt. He's diving away to his left and not gone the early one, was he? Got the body.
It was wide. It was not the best delivery. Labuschagne hit it straight to the field. And in front to South Multan goes the boundary, but who catch in the end? Important wicket for Multan Sultans. They got the breakthrough they wanted. Early breakthrough. That too of a very good batsman. He's not very happy with himself. If you made a terrible mistake,
सॉरी भाई
take him to go back to the dressing room 11.
कराची बिल्कुल कराची
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने में 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तस्वीर कैसी पाकिस्तान को बताया जाए इस मट्टी की सर 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 जमीन की जान फसल की शान
एक रेयर है वक्त
Multan Khan, the man in form, 180 runs from his last 3 innings, strides to the crease.
Good bracket of PSL, four centuries and 550s, strike rate of 155. The big man comes in, Peter Siddle, 10 wickets already.
And Marnus Labuschagne, see him spit the chewy out as he walked to the dressing room because he'd been kicking himself. It was not a bad delivery. Just threw his hands at it, didn't keep it down, didn't get it up enough. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. It was more off the top edge. And, well, he's not sure who he's silencing. That was a bonus, it really was.
Looked like a half-hearted shot. You're absolutely spot on, Louis. He's living with himself.
Right, this is the big wicket. Usman cards off the mark straight away. SLM, Pakistan's #1 truck and bus export tyre brand.
Louis, I'm so impressed with the pronunciation. You've nailed everything. So 10 out of 10 to you, buddy.
Thanks, Woz. A couple of nervous first couple of games, but I think I've almost got my head around it.
Yeah, you got the hang of it now. You're pro.
Well bowled. Would have got it safely. Nobody throws. Oh no! Who's backing that up?
Oh, no. What's going on there? Every run is so crucial. It's an eliminator. Got a big total on the board. There was only one run. There was no one there to back him up. There we go. He said, calm down, it's okay. Calm down, it's okay. He's not very happy with the single. I don't blame him.
Yeah, they don't need that when defending a smaller total. Look at the fielding. Just good technique. Just see that what you call split step, or a couple of different names for it, but I like that. All in unison. Getting in a nice, balanced, low position. Another short ball from Peter Siddle's been dealt with and well fielded in the end. Arafat Minhas just finished at an awkward length but did well.
Controlled the pull shot by Usman.
There you go, look at that. Go big or go home with life-size J-Dot bottles. This is content swinging straight for a crawl. Grab your video tag at jdotfragrances.cosmetics. Use hashtag winnercrawl with J-Dot. And Wazzy, be very fortunate you've given me one of those bad boys.
Thank you very much. I don't want to England, so.
Shot. The young man just pulls the trigger on a short one from Peter Siddle. 6 to finish the over, 32 for 1.
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You wanna bet? Yeah, good deal, Heaven. Samsung Winners V1 wins Galaxy S25 FE या AC खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड तुरंत 10 के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
अगली बार अगर इस तरह की खीर बनाओ तो ज्यादा बनाना।
लजीजा खीर में रिश्तों में लाए प्यार की मिठास।
The Kingsmen, 32 for 1 in pursuit of 160. In the air, just
kind of off to a flyer. Maybe 6-1 in 3.1 overs.
That's a nice cover drive too. Well, we saw that 6 from Sadaka. Just short of a length from Peter Simmel, and away it went. Jazz 5G, Super 6. And KFC score a scholarship. KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to deserving students for every 6 hit during HPL PSL 11. Hearing that front leg, that's a man in form.
Very good pick. Already 80 plus runs in the last 3 to 4 innings of Multan. Already 400 in PSL with 550 under his belt. But can they do now Multan Sultans? First limit place, only in Hyderabad get to from there to make mistakes. Because there's no slip, doesn't feel like from where they're going to get a wicket unless a batter makes a mistake.
Short ball, I think it's going to fall safe on their boundary, yes. That's one of those practice wickets.
He was behind the leg umpire. He played that purposely in front. So now change of field. There's another fielder going back. Back to the point, back in the circle. We bring it back on the boundary, leg side and square leg on the boundary.
It's got to be nice and straight. It's another short one. This is great to see. The crowds here in Lahore back in play for the finals.
मैं इसकी रोटेशन लॉक है, इसलिए मैं रोटेट नहीं कर सकता। ऐसे ही बाकी कौन ये होता है कि कौन जीतेगा आज।
Great job in the end. And Hyderabad put a job on their head to qualify for the second eliminator in the win today.
That's what dealt with. It's all gone in. It goes all the way.
Samsung Winners League, where everyone wins. Galaxy S25 FEI ACs खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। तुरंत के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और ग्रैंड प्राइज।
He's going to have to re-bowl that. So the Hyderabad Kingsmen, having kept Multan Sultans to a below par total of just 159, have come out and absolutely smashed the first 4 overs of the power play.
Isn't it the smaller the total, the harder you go? Well, there was talk about the power play being so important on this surface, so make the most of it.
Right, we all know it's this time of night where guests get to enjoy the cricket with Pakistan's #1 tea brand, Tapal Lanana, at the Tapal Tea Lounge. wonder if they're figuring out, will Hyderabad Kingsmen get their first victory at the Gaddafi Stadium? Talk about momentum. I know people say we shouldn't talk about that, but here's a prime example. Oh, well bowled. The Jazz Unpulse question is now live on the Jazz website. Go to fanpulse.jazz.com.pk. Answer the question and win exciting prizes. Which team did Ben Duckett represent in the HPLP 2017 season? Oh, 4 options. There you go. Prizes to be won. This has been a good over so far. I spoke too soon. 2-4, slow delivery, and punt.
This is when Osman Khan is at his best. He's looking to score boundaries, he's up for 50. He's an extra double drive. Rough pace off, just 2-2. Waiting for it, and just drilled it offside. Once he's thinking about trying to hit the ball to the fence, that's when he bats best.
And this is what happens when you're searching for wickets as well. You go a little bit harder, too many variations, trying to get that miracle delivery. And you just miss. Enough Mahmood cap for the highest run getter and the Fazal Mahmood cap for the leading wicket taker. Will have their homes powered by infrared solar energy. Mother Azam and Sufyan Lukim are looking. Both Zalmi, they're sitting back and waiting. They're a long way in front, aren't they? Both of them.
Said maybe this is the game where Hyderabad Kingsmen win in law, and what a game to do it in. Multan Sultans who have been brilliant with the bat throughout the HPL PSL. The one game they would have thought, please not this game. The batting fell as if they'd fallen short. The win is there for the taking, but still have to get over the line. The start is good, 53 or 4.5. I mean, just need to bat through the middle overs and make sure that they cross the line.
And deflection, but it's not going to get to the boundary. That is the power of Sadaqat. 57 for 1.
It's the real havoc.
Road to the final, Peshawar Zalmi waiting on the 3rd of May is Hyderabad United waiting for the winner of tonight's big outside edge and boundaries of flow.
He's making sure that this power play goes head up on play. It's actually done one way, outside edge. But doesn't matter, that's straight to the fence. We got to 61 now. And it is that Pepsi ball for a cause. 5.2. It's donated to women's cricket.
here, just the one hit, unfortunately. But just also to highlight Usman Khan, first 7 games, average of just 10.9, last 3, 90, and a strike rate of 167. That's a big reason why Hyderabad Kingsmen have fought their way into the eliminator. Islamabad United waiting for the winner of this match, and Michelle Zelmi waiting on the 3rd of May. That they've got a good opportunity just to sit back, relax, travel from Karachi to Lahore. Nice and timed, and another boundary. He didn't have to move that far. But it just shows you how much power this man possesses.
The next is so hard. Square of the big either side. That's a play shot. Just to the right, off the bounce. Didn't know if you dive forward or not. Teeth were in play. And that's gone to the fence. Another boundary, so 65 now. Last 3 innings. Strike rate 167.
Yeah, crazy. And Ashton Turner's having to move the field around. Long mid-on is back on the boundary now.
Now they're eating away into that required 160. They're already 65. There's talk about, again, the power play being so important with the back, with the ball. This is exactly what Hyderabad would have wanted in the power play.
Whereas Multan Sultans would have been hoping for some early wickets. Haven't got it, so they've got to fight. Chase everything down. And somehow extract the wicket.
Fans in the stand enjoying the match and everybody with KFC's new secret sauce because cricket may be Jari, Yari, KFC Wari.
Usman Tariq, not used to seeing without a headband on. Oh, missed out. End of the power play was a 3-4-1 for the Hyderabad Kingsmen, 67-4-1.
नसीब बाहर आता है, ये ड्राइव खोलता है, नसीब अपनी ऑफर डालता है, और ड्राइवर की तरफ से जबरदस्त मेडन ओवर, एक शानदार राइड हासिल होती है, नसीब, और वो एक जगह की तरह राइड लेता है, अपनी मर्जी की राइड ले। इस वक्त देखिए, सर के फसल की शान।
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You want to bet?
ये रेयर है बहुत।
So far, we've eliminated 1. Hyderabad Kingsmen putting Multan Sultans, both teams loving the chase and has been successful, more successful chasing. Multan Sultans only scored 159. There's Akram with a spin for the first time.
Multan Sultan stronger from the shoot has been batting quickly. Competition. Now the bowling has to stand up and you get the wickets quickly. One time that the batters have not been able to score many.
Last game he picked up 2 for 41, missed out. Been playing 11 for the last couple of games, and then he also picked up a 4th throughout this tournament. So I like the fact that Multan Sultans have kind of chosen based on maybe conditions and also the opposition.
With the power play, with the way that Usman and Master can attack, they can now afford just to maybe have a look, maybe just navigate through this first over off spin.
Rowan was picked. A little bit of work there for Smith. Very brave man going with just the one-hand pickup. This is the over that the Multan Sultans need. They kind of need to stitch maybe one or two of these overs together. Reduce the boundaries, only singles. Dot balls are even more crucial as well. In the gap this time. It's like he had a couple of opportunities throughout that over. The final ball is able to find a boundary. It's 75 for 1.
They're just slightly too short and rocks back and picks the gap leg side. Very powerfully though. More importantly, bisected. Keeps them with a handle on one.
Samsung Winners League, where everyone's wins. Galaxy S25 FE या ACC खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। फिर अंदाज़ के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज। It's the real hammer.
Now, the spin from both ends now. We said that the pitch was a little bit drier and the pace hasn't worked for Multan Sultan, so you can't blame them for trying something else.
They can't let the partnership develop further. Master Walker, a good player of swing. Usman Khan, excellent player of spin. So, two players who know the way about how to attack spinners. So they need a wicket fairly quickly.
Running like a little variation out the front of the hand. Selfie moment with Vigotel smartphone. Vigotel Pakistan is the official smartphone partner of this PSL season. Oh, they're very happy with the way they're looking, aren't they?
Required range is 6.5, so something had to give for Multan Sultans. They need a wicket, they need something to happen right now because as things just stroll along, that becomes easier and easier for Hyderabad Kingsmen.
They looked to put pressure on it in the power play, didn't they? They had a slip. They had the inner circle in a little bit more as well, trying to cut down on the angle, trying to take the wickets, knowing they needed to strike probably 3 to 4 times in the power play to really get ahead of the second innings. But the Hyderabad Kingsmen have found the gap and put the ball away. It's been an aggressive start from them and they haven't stopped as this one looks like has found the boundary as well, based on Steve Smith's reaction.
And Master Duckett again, waiting on that back foot. And he's able to pull the ball off the spinners and makes it so difficult. I think Steve Smith's alright there. He's done quite well, making sure that the ball's released and hasn't touched the skirting at all.
Looks pretty good. Carry on, well done. That's what they need, Multan Sultans. Fielders doing everything they possibly can to help the bowlers out. A busy over. The for the Kingsmen. 8 runs off and it's 83 for 1.
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You want to bet? Yeah, good here, Debo.
जो टेस्टेड नहीं ना वो आउट
सीसा कुल्फा दूध में पकाया, ब्लेंड किया और फ्रीजर में जमाया।
और टेस्टी है, कहाँ से मंगवाया? घर पे बनाया।
सीसा कुल्फा घर में बनाए, प्यार जमाए।
A little bit short, a little bit wide, easily put away just to tick things over still. 76 required off 71 now. As PCB chairman, Multan with CEO HBL PSL Simon Asia on the right, and a couple of station. You can see the chairman here as well. CEOs always around the place, which is also great to see. Return on that occasion. The partnership there, 66 off 67 now off 39. Got to pick up wickets, that's what they need to do at the moment. Only one they can stay in this game. There's Lakram, there's one of those guys who is a wicket taker.
I quite enjoyed Marcel Alcantara. He has played against his grain, he's been watchful, acting with responsibility, and that is the thing not associated with his play. Very impressive. Taking his time.
Now we're going to dip into the Tapal Tea Lounge. There it is. Tapal Danadar. Practicing themselves, enjoying it. It's a lovely drop, that's for sure. With a flat that time to finish the over, tidy over that. Just went for 4, nicely bowled, 87 for 1.
Good service, Jesse. Perfect guessing. Pakistan's global tiger.
Samsung Winners League where everyone wins. Galaxy S25 FE या ACs खरीदे और जीते confirmed reward. तुरंत हासिल करिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का grand prize.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने वाले 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
एक real Debo.
Nawaz into the attack. Jaffer on the side today. He needs to strike early, that's for sure. 9 wickets in hand at this stage. They are cruising Hyderabad Kingsmen. He's a quality spinner. He needs to make a real difference. Very smartly. Starting with this over, I should imagine. That's gone through. And it's gone for 4. Yeah, very much in control of this one, chase at the moment, just wide of off stump and Usman Khan. Terrific footwork, it really was. Just giving himself a little bit of room and just being in the fielder as well, which frustrates the bowler. That's it. Backing away that time, followed, swiping on the leg side, and eventually goes for 4. Couldn't quite stop it.
Yes, look at the very strokes from the lower ball. Usman Khan, he knew the bowler is going to compensate for that wide delivery outside the off stump, backed away and knew where the gap was. Successive boundaries for Usman Khan.
It's a perfect start of this over for the Hyderabad Kingsmen. Now it's out this time, and that's it, beautifully. Good strike, and that's not for 6. The runs are trying now. Brings up 3 figures for Hyderabad. 101 for 1. Right down to batting 101.
now 6. Just threw a little bit strong, a little bit wider. But also Khan just reaches out those arms and gets enough wrist snap through the ball and gets maximum power into his shot. Terrific batting.
Yeah, you realize that Nawaz is not looking to spin the ball. That's why he came out of the charge a bit too early, still managed it. Edged. Another boundary. This is turning out to be a big over.
Hyderabad.
He's been very consistent and scoring briskly for his side.
I just did a score of 51 the last 4 innings. That's what we've been playing. Very instrumental in their success. We know when he scores runs, he scores them seriously quickly. 29 deliveries. Amazing work. 8 forwards, 1 6.
Yeah, it really is destructive batting. They've come from nowhere, the Kingsmen. Playing with confidence.
One's gone past the inside edge. On that occasion, just get it on. Yep, that's right. No turn whatsoever. First 4 balls have disappeared. 18 runs on the first 4 deliveries of this over. This confirmation of the 50 stand.
Last year, seems like we stuck. Was difficult, yes. The chance was there. Up and through, it's 106 for 1.
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You want to bet?
Hi to everyone. Hi.
Yes, you're very clever.
Good service, Jesse. Perfect, Jesse. Pakistan उसको बता रहा है.
Ministers Digital Youth Out Education जितना महारत रोजगार और बाइख्तियार मुस्तकबिल के लिए पाकिस्तान का सबसे बड़ा यूथ प्लेटफॉर्म डाउनलोड नाउ. Well, my strictest game, bottom line, Kingsman need 54 off 60 balls. They've got 9 wickets in hand as well. That's how they have dominated things. The Hyderabad Kingsmen. Smith into the attack now. Let's go down and join Zainab for Hamara Heroes, powered by Trans Group.
राबिया फयाज और मोहम्मद फयाज मेरे साथ मौजूद है जो कि बहुत पैरा एथलीट्स हैं डिफरेंट स्पोर्ट्स खेली हैं. राबिया थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जोइनिंग अस. पहले तो बताएं किस किस स्पोर्ट्स में आपने हिस्सा लिया है और कहाँ से ये शौक कहाँ से पैदा हुआ.
बढ़ रहे हैं थी वो जब ग्राउंड में जाते थे प्रैक्टिस कर ग्राउंड के साथ जाती थी. हमारे 2 छोटे बच्चे भी उनसे इंस्पिरेशन ली मोटिवेशन ली. फिर मैं भी अपनी प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट कर दी. व्हील चेयर रेस स्टार्ट कर दी. उतनी प्रैक्टिस की टेबल टेनिस की और मुझे मौका नहीं मिल रहा था लेकिन पहली दफा मुझे जब मौका मिला और व्हील चेयर alhamdulillah.
जी बिल्कुल के साथ साथ वहाँ पे भी बेस्ट
लैंडस्केप प्रोटेक्शन ब्लॉक है इसलिए मैं नहीं रख सकता लैंडस्केप, इसलिए मैंने ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टल वर्टिकल लैंडस्केप
Right, that always been all sorts of problems for Steve Smith, and we've got 14 runs off this one. The first time he's won with T20 for 7 years, and this has just been disappearing all over the place until that happened. Picked up that wicket. There's such a big play, we know that. Hours and hours on that. So, boundaries,
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You want to bet? Get the real ever.
बिल्कुल पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने में 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
नसीब बाहर आता है, इन ड्राइव खोलता है, नसीब अपनी ऑफर डालता है और ड्राइवर की तरफ से जबरदस्त मेरे ऊपर एक शानदार राइड हासिल होती है। नसीब और वो एक चक्के की तरह राइड लेता है, अपनी मर्जी की राइड ले।
इस वक्त किया जी कदम सर सर के सुल्तान सर सर जमीन की जान फसल की शान Time now coming in number 4, 2 down, 120 with Lord, 240 required from here. We know he hasn't scored any runs at all in this edition of the NBL PSL. He struggled also last season. Opportunity for him to get some form, a little bit of form before we kick into the next game. Oh, that's almost gone straight back to Steve Smith on the leading edge. Not to be, 120 for 2 after 11. इस वक्त किया जी कदम सर सर के सुल्तान सर सर जमीन की जान फसल की शान
बिल्कुल पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने में 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
नसीब बाहर आता है, इन ड्राइव होता है, नसीब अपनी ऑफर डालता है और ड्राइवर की तरफ से जबरदस्त मेरे ऊपर एक शानदार राइड हासिल होती है। नसीब और वो एक चक्के की तरह राइड लेता है, अपनी मर्जी की राइड ले।
Get the real ever.
It's off into the back. Oh, that's a friendly full toss. He's got enough race time. I guess that's the first thing we're going to get as well, but that's going for 6. Oh, he's going to be sent upstairs to look to see if it happens to be a no ball or above race time. Maybe not. It's starting to go through the batting side. Yeah, that was a striker. From Ashton Turner, probably below waist height, so a little delivery back. And he's just thrown up. Hit me where you want, and it got exactly what it deserved. He's on the onside. Right, let's go downstairs again and join Zainab.
मोहम्मद फयाज अपनी क्रिकेट जर्नी का बता रहे थे। पैरा एथलीट हैं जी फयाज।
इंटरनेशनल चैंपियन और उसके साथ साथ वर्ल्ड फास्ट बॉलर हूँ, फास्ट सेंचुरी भी की है। अभी तकरीबन 8 साल से बेस्ट बॉलर भी हूँ, बेस्ट ऑलराउंडर भी हूँ, बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस दी है, 6 सेंचुरीज हैं और फास्ट 6 सेंचुरीज हैं। अभी जो रिसेंटली वो 35 गेंदों में सेंचुरी की थी, तो उसके अलावा अभी 1 सीरीज भी हुआ, उसमें भी मैन ऑफ द सीरीज और बेस्ट बॉलर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट भी रहा हूँ। और ये अचीवमेंट का सिलसिला जो है अलहमदुलिल्लाह मेरे यहाँ तक भी लेके आया।
अच्छा, आपकी इंस्पिरेशन कौन रहा है आपकी जिंदगी में जिसने आपको इंस्पायर किया?
जो क्रिकेट की बात और पाकिस्तान में तो वो तो एक और जनून होता है। शुएब अख्तर जो थे वो जिनको मैं फॉलो भी करता हूँ और मेरी इंस्पिरेशन भी है और मैं उसी को ही कॉपी करता हूँ। सीरीज क्रिकेट में उसी की वजह से बहुत फास्ट हो रहा हूँ।
आगे कोई टूर्नामेंट है जिसमें आप हिस्सा ले रहे हैं जो आप सोच रहे हैं कि मैंने इसको अच्छा खेलना है और परफॉर्म करना है?
सब सब्सक्राइब कर दें। 13 मई को फाइनल मैच की लाइव हम आएंगे, आपको यहाँ पे लाइव दिखेगा, तो रेडी रहिए। देखते हैं आज कौन जाता है फाइनल में। पेशावर जल्दी से जा चुकी है जी। संडे को हम दोबारा से लाइव आएंगे और आपको दिखाएंगे फाइनल मैच। थैंक यू।
Samsung Winners League where everyone wins. Galaxy S45 FE ACs खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। तुरंत हासिल के जरिए 10 लाख के इनामात हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
जी हमारे साथ हैं रजब अंसारी। मैंने बोला कि मेरा नाम है तो आपका नाम आपका है रजब अंसारी।
नसीब बाहर आता है,
थैंक यू।
ड्राइव खोलता है, नसीब अपनी ऑफर डालता है
जो ये लाइव देख रहे हैं सबका थैंक यू। लाइक करते रहो, शेयर करते रहो सब। थैंक यू और सबको अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
अपनी मर्जी की राइड ले।
Get the real ever.
तो दोबारा से मैच स्टार्ट हो चुका है। देखते हैं 130 और 2 आउट है। देखते हैं क्या होगा। कौन? फ्रांस से मुंडा वालेकुम सलाम जी। शामिर अली, भालू, महाबली, फैसल शाह, एहसान खान, शामिर अली, एहसान खान, फैसल शाह, मोहम्मद हसन, मोहम्मद हसन, मैं इंडिया को देख रहा हूँ। अमित यादव, अच्छा जी आप इंडिया को देख रहे हैं। तो आप ये बताइए IPL कैसा हो रहा है? फ्रांस का मुंडा, आप फ्रांस एला मुंडा। यहाँ पे नेटवर्क इशू है, इसके लिए थोड़ी सी हो रही है। पता है आपको कराची पाकिस्तान, यहाँ पे नेटवर्क इशू होते हैं। मेरा नाम निशान हैदर है, मेरा नाम निशान हैदर है। यार ये भाई रिप्लाई नहीं दे रहे। IPL इनका कैसे जा रहा है? मोहम्मद जुनेद, फैसल शाह, हामिद यादव। अच्छा चल रहा है। आज MI वर्सेस SRH चल रहा है। तो ये बताइए MI जीतेगी या SRH? मोहम्मद हारून, हाय भाई, हाय हाय भाई, आपका मैंने नाम ले लिया। फैसल शाह, फैसल शाह, सज्जाद राहुल। तो 132 बन चुके हैं और 2 आउट हैं। 28-40 6 बॉलों पे 28 चाहिए, 46 बॉलों पे 28 चाहिए। आसानी से हैदराबाद फाइनल में जा सकती है अगर ये सिंगल डबल करते रहें ना। आप बड़ी शॉट्स पे जाएं, बड़े शॉट पे जाएंगे तो पता है आउट हो जाते हैं। 28 of 46 balls to win, and it is a single only.
Invaluable for them, hasn't it? It's meant that they can play just the 2 all-rounders as their spinners, and Maxwell and Simon you happy to have them in the side while the others are scoring runs. They've been able to carry on from the high of Sunday, haven't they, Baz? I mean, that's the most impressive thing, because it would have been easy to have kind of picked there and come crashing back to a
लैंडस्केप में नहीं कर सकता कि लैंडस्केप लॉक है।
Yeah, absolutely, and they're taking some boxes now. Simon Lucas runs some sort of runs there, carried that into the game against United.
यहाँ भी थोड़ा नेटवर्क इशू, टीवी में ऐसे पिक्सल फट रहे हैं। पता है आपको पाकिस्तान है। कोशिश करता हूँ मैं, देख रहे हैं बीच पे रुक गया ना। ये पाकिस्तान है, यहाँ पे नेटवर्क इशू आता रहता है। नो टेंशन। बाकी दबा के लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो। फाइनल मैच भी हम फाइनल मैच वाले दिन भी हम आएंगे लाइव। इतना अच्छा IPL में मज़ा नहीं आ रहा। अच्छा जी, क्यों नहीं आ रहा? आज देखते हैं साइम क्या करता है, कर पाएगा। पिछले मैचों में तो वो 12-13 बना के आउट हो जा रहा था। आज देखते क्या करेगा। भाई कहाँ भाग जा रहे हो सारे यार? लाइक करो, सब करो। साफ नहीं दिख रहा भाई, साफ नहीं दिख रहा कि मैं स्क्रीन में आपको पता है। कोशिश करता हूँ मैं, पर पता है आपको।
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You were right.
अब सही दिख रहा है।
इस पर देखिए समिति की जावत अन्न फसल की शान।
Islamabad United away the winner of tonight's eliminator. No prizes for guessing who we think that might be. With a crawl with J. Challenge, create your video, tag at j.fragrances.cosmetics, use win a crawl with J. and you could be a crorepati.
मुंबई क्यों हारेगा भाई?
That cash flying around. He nudged into the corner. So, before I was rudely interrupted, you guys both watched the first innings. And you've now been able to watch Kingsman bat on air. What went wrong for Multan Sultan's pitch looked a beauty. Touched away through the offside. They'll come back for the second.
139 हो चुके हैं, देखते हैं क्या होगा. शमी रनिंग. थैंक यू भाई. सब्सक्राइब करें. आप फाइनल मैच दिखेगा संडे को इंशाल्लाह.
Win phones. Scan for more information. Carry on, Baz. You would have to say the difference in fast bowling, really. Those couple of overs from Hyderabad Kingsman didn't get the length right, but after that they banged the ball into the pitch and got success. And because of that success with the fast bowling that has run
अच्छा
throughout
इधर हैदराबाद जीत रहा है, उधर भी हैदराबाद जीत रहा है. इंडिया में IPL में ऐसा है.
the team that's backed it so well throughout the season.
और PSL में भी हैदराबाद इंशाल्लाह जीतेगा. और अगर फाइनल बॉक्स तो वो है मेरी पिशावर मेरी फेवरेट टीम है. और हैदराबाद नहीं आया है, और डायरेक्ट फाइनल में जा रही है. न्यू टीम डायरेक्ट फाइनल.
And this is a side that actually played pace very well throughout the tournament. Just not tonight.
16 और 36 बॉल जीत गए. और ना जीत गई फाइनल में भी इस तरह.
Samsung Winners Beat where everyone wins.
ओके भाई, मैं बोल रहा हूँ फाइनल वाले दिन भी लगाऊंगा. करूँगा लाइव स्ट्रीम. ओके आप कर रहा हूँ. आप इंजॉय करेंगे तो आप बोलेंगे ज़्यादा बक कर रहा है. ठीक है, तो आप देखिए, इंजॉय करिए. जब जीत जाती है फिर मिलते हैं. अल्लाह हाफिज़. मिलते हैं लाइव एंड लाइव चल रही है. टेंशन नहीं.
This is how we stand. Multan Sultans with a very below par, 159 for 9. A big job in Name, Muhammad Ali, all excellent. The new ball and through the middle overs, irresistible fast bowling. Arafat Minhouse into his second over. Siam sensibly just knocking the ball around, getting some time out there in the middle, trying to find his touch. Well, he's happy. What a turnaround.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on Jason Gillespie because I think he had a lot to play with the fact that even though they lost those 4 games, he was actually still happy with how the team had performed. Things just hadn't clicked. There was no panic stations, there was no toys being thrown out of the cot.
Drilled straight down the ground. Last cat. Carried with the power from that ball. It was almost a Yorker. It's quite remarkable. That has very strong wrists. It's very full. With that back swing, that snap of the wrist that he's got. There's a power again. Goes down the ground. This time it will be a couple, but even when he's driving straight, he has that little snap at the end.
Yeah, but as a spinner, you're actually wanting the batters to hit the ball back at you. And you've got to find a way of getting into a position to be able to stop it. And that's something that Arafat Minas needs to change.
You know what, that's the second time that's come up since we've been here in Lahore. Greg Blewett was talking about it with Usman Tarek as well. Club Pepsi. Look at him go. lively atmosphere in Club Pepsi, lively atmosphere in the ground here. As we welcome the fans back in.
मैच जीत गई बस हैदराबाद, समझो जीत गई हैदराबाद। मुल्तान सुल्तान दी एंड हो गया, छक्का लग गया, छक्का लग गया, छक्का लग गया भाई हैदराबाद का।
Over extra cover from Sanika. What a young talent he is. 157 for 2.
जीत गए, बस 3 रन चाहिए, जीत गए, only 3 रन, जीत गए।
Hyderabad mercy time for Tekal Nanda.
टी टाइम मिल गया।
पाकिस्तान के ऊपर ऐसे सीन ही तो है असली शॉट।
Samsung Winners League where everyone wins. Galaxy S25 FE या ACs खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। तुरंत के जरिए 10 लाख के इनाम, हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
से ऑर्डर करने में 20,000 प्लस रेस्टोरेंट्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
नसीब बाहर आता है, इन ड्राइव खोलता है, नसीब अपनी ऑफर डालता है और ड्राइवर की तरफ से जबरदस्त हाँ मेडन ओवर, एक शानदार राइड हासिल होती है। नसीब और वो एक चैंपियन की तरह राइड लेता है, अपनी मर्जी की राइड। सैमसंग विनर्स लीग वेयर एवरीवन विंस। गैलेक्सी S25 FE या ACs खरीदे और जीते कंफर्म रिवॉर्ड। तुरंत के जरिए 10 लाख के इनाम, हर हफ्ते और 25 लाख का ग्रैंड प्राइज।
किस्मत देखिया सर सर की जान फसल की शान। पाकिस्तान किस्मत देखिया सर सर की जान फसल की शान।
No one does ice cream like New Zealanders. You wanna bet? Get the real hip-hop.
अगली बार अगर इस तरह की खीर बनाओ तो ज्यादा बना है।
रिश्तों में लाए प्यार की मिठास।
जो टेस्टेड नहीं है ना वो आउट।
अगली बार अगर इस तरह की खीर बनाओ तो ज्यादा बना है।
रिश्तों में लाए प्यार की मिठास।
टेस्टेड इसलिए तो है असली शॉट।
Ministers Digital Youth Out Education जिद्दत महारत रोजगार और बाइख्तियार मुस्तकबिल के लिए पाकिस्तान का सबसे बड़ा ही प्लेटफॉर्म। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Flight plans for getting home. Re-hit the fans win a prize contest match winner 41 Mohammed Kazar. Cracked away. 2 needed now. What a performance this has been by the Kingsmen. Back to back. Near perfect performances from there. Speaking of perfect performance, Inverex Solar Energy, Pakistan's most trusted solar brand. Oh, well, what a way to do it. It's not flashy.
जीत गए हैदराबाद।
About the Kingsmen's squad after the auction. But the fact of the matter is that they dumped Multan Sultans out of this year's HBO PSL. And we've gone to qualify 2 and faces Hyderabad United on fire.
जीत गए हैदराबाद।
Of the highest quality over the last 3 days. Congratulations to them. And if they want to win the game, the hard way, 3-4 games. That's too much of a big loss.
Hyderabad Kings when they're coming for you. This shows you these two sides. It's not how you start the tournament, it's how you finish. Sultans started the tournament well. They love to play here in Lahore. They won 4 out of 5 games. Kings lost their first 4. Now they're 6
The way that his team responded to Jason Gillespie and Craig White and the rest of the backroom staff, because there's a unity about them in the way that they play. And they thoroughly enjoy one another's company, as you can tell by these pictures here. It's a concern over Glenn Maxwell, who looked to be really struggling out there in the field. Here's how Sadakat 64. They didn't give Multan Sultan a sniff.
बाय बाय दोस्तों, हम मिलेंगे संडे को।
I don't know when the last time was he actually bowled. Mohammed Ismail has got a 1.22.